Alright, I'm already in a really shitty mood, so I guess Sony's gonna catch the fucking hands because I decided to have a bad day today. And to really cap off my bad day, I went on Twitter to see valuable leaker Daniel RPK sent out a tweet. Well, I guess he didn't tweet it, he put it on his Discord or whatever he did, his private thing to get paid or whatever. Makes sense, makes money, good job. That Spider-Man 4, Tom Holland Spider-Man 4, will be most likely, one, filming next year, but B, two, I guess, will be a multiversal movie, which is falling off the back end of the stories that we heard a few months ago that Marvel wanted this to be a more grounded story, and Sony wanted this to be a multiversal movie. Marvel wanted it to be grounded because that's what the fans wanted. Sony wanted it to be multiversal because they saw dollar signs. So I am here to break it all down and just say, and ask a question really to Sony Universe or Sony Pictures or Sony Studios, whatever the fuck they're calling themselves, how you could possibly fuck this up so hard. I mean, it is just, I mean, God fucking bless, man. You got me flipping my chair, Sony! Fix it! So listen, hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Ian Talks. I'm trying to wrap my head around this. Not long ago, I made a video. When I really started this whole Ian Talks kind of thing, but it was a little less serious and I just had a camera in my bedroom. It was actually my phone and I had a microphone hooked up to it. And I made a video, did pretty well for my standards, and it said how Sony can fix their Marvel Cinematic Universe or whatever the fuck they're trying to build, because Sony is so insistent on doing things the wrong way that they literally are just plummeting their stock on a regular basis for no reason other than that, I don't know, fuck stubbornness. I literally have no fucking idea what the purpose is of this. And I said that if Sony was so insistent on doing their own Spider-Man universe, they have to have a Spider-Man. It has to get done. And it has to be Andrew Garfield. And you need to let Disney somehow save your fucking brand, because Sony have been able to monogle their way into a system where they're just leasing Spider-Man property over to Disney. However, they're consistently shooting Disney in the knee further by shooting themselves in the knee. Does that make sense? They are tarnishing the Disney product for, I don't know, to make their product seem better. However, the Disney product is making them money, and but they don't, I don't know, I don't get it. They want Disney's Spider-Man to fail, and they want their Spider-Man universe to succeed. However, Disney Spider-Man universe also makes them money. You following me? Like, they leased it. They leased Spider-Man. This became a whole, and Sony and Disney couldn't get along. I believe it was in 2019 whenever the contract ended, and they were just gonna go their separate, they literally were just gonna go their separate ways. Until Tom Holland was like, hey, let's not do that. And then they fixed it. Turns out, we're still in a custody battle here. It's not over. They're still fucking this up. I've been fairly critical about my feelings when it comes to Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Not because of Tom Holland. Make no mistake, this isn't his fault. When Tom Holland's Spider-Man first showed up, he showed up in Civil War. Everybody was excited that we were going to have a Spider-Man that was younger, 15, actually looked like a 15-year-old, even though Tom wasn't 15 at the time. But, you know, and then they did Spider-Man Homecoming, and that was like in the high school kind of feel, and that was cool. It was new for Spider-Man. And then I started getting a little tired of it in Infinity War and Endgame, and then we really pushed it too far with Far From Home, because there was a lack of maturity in building for Spider-Man, and it started to not feel like Spider-Man anymore. It started to feel like Iron Lad Jr., and I hated that so fucking much. However, No Way Home managed to do two things at once. It managed to mature Tom Holland's Spider-Man, or did three things really. Managed to mature Tom Holland's Spider-Man, Gave us some really good villains, and managed to grow that character exponentially, both in tone and maturity. As he is now going to be by himself, he learns the lesson of great power, great responsibility. I don't think that this was their plan in the beginning, but somehow they managed to maneuver their way around to Tom Holland's first couple movies being his origin story into becoming Spider-Man. The second thing it did was it managed to put us in a spot where we got to see Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire back, and I was very excited and happy for that. I thought No Way Home was a really, really good movie besides that, and I think it sets it up perfectly for us to see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield in the future. What we thought was going to be Secret Wars or Kang Dynasty, but I guess it's Doomsday now, and I still think we're going to see those two for those movies. And 3, it sets Spider-Man up for the future. And I mean by that because of a new maturity and this origin story being finished and Spider-Man being Spider-Man now, it sets it up for Spider-Man being able to do Spider-Man things in the future. So MCU and Tom Holland wanted Spider-Man 4 to be a story, most likely with Daredevil and the Punisher, more street level, going up against the Kingpin. Love it. It's what it should have been. It's what it should be. If you want it, it is maturity. You could introduce the Venom symbiote if you really have to or want to. I'm cool with that. You could introduce Black Cat if you really wanted to. I'm cool with that. Love the idea. Spider-Man and Daredevil knocks off that checkpoint. Spider-Man versus Kingpin knocks off that checkpoint. Spider-Man intertwining with Black Cat and fucking and the Punisher, and really just expanding New York as Spider-Man town and making Spider-Man more grounded, at least for this adventure. I'm cool with it. I love it. And then immediately in the after credits, he could have had a multiversal run-in, and that could have led in to his issues with Doomsday and Secret Wars. But Sony, because No Way Home made billions of dollars, came in and were like, wait. We're gonna need Tobey and Andrew back. Which makes sense because reports were coming out that Sony wanted this to happen as soon as possible. Now, on the surface, I was like, okay, I really do want to see them as soon as possible. That sounds like a lot of fun. However, that would be hard to do because you need to do this grounded movie. I'd rather you do the grounded movie more, and I think we should see Tobey and Andrew in other things. Like, I think Tobey should have popped up in Multiversal Madness, maybe, and Andrew should have popped up in fucking his own Sony Spider-Man movies, or they could have both popped up in, like, a better Madam Web, which is what Madam Web should have been, but we're so fucking unbelievably dumb, we can't come up with shit like that. And in my idea, it should have been Tobey and Andrew would pop up in the new Avengers movies, and that's where Hugh Jackman's going to pop up, and that's when all these things are going to happen. However, that's not going to happen. It appears that they're going to be appearing in Spider-Man 4. And Spider-Man 4, I don't know this to be true. I just know it's going to be multiversal. They want it to be multiversal, which you would think would mean they want Tobey and Andrew in it. And it would be an entire movie about Tom, Tobey, and Andrew. Like, on paper, I'm cool with it. But, like, in reality, you're fucking up Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Can we do it? Can we mix it all? Like, can we find middle ground? At least, can we find fucking middle ground? Oh, yeah. Like, we're ruining it. We're actually ruining poor Tom Holland. I'm afraid we're going to get to the point, like, Tom Holland really has, and I know he's, like, said multiple times, like, oh, I don't really want to play Spider-Man in my 30s. That would be fucking stupid. Tom should be Spider-Man for the next 10, 15 years, till he's 40, really. Like, my worry is that after Secret Wars, we're bringing in Miles Morales, and then the next movie, Tom's dead and gone. Like, that would suck. Like, that, like, do we know that? Do we know that that would suck? We finally got Peter Parker in the MCU, and we finally got to the point where his origin story has been completed, and we can finally start doing Spider-Man stuff, like real Spider-Man stuff. I want to see him do Spider-Man stuff. I don't want to see him do multiversal things for the next one. I think he should do it for the Avengers movies. But can we keep the Spider-Man movies to a fucking point here? Like, can we do both? Can you do, like, Spider-Man 4 and then, like, a Tobey Andrews, like a Spider-Verse movie? I'll do that. Can we do that? Do you really want to make money? We can do that. But we're not going to. We're dumb. I mean, good God. Like, that'd be sick. You did a grounded Spider-Man 4. The multiverse starts unraveling. Here comes Tobey and Andrew. You do a Spider-Verse movie. You can meet a Gwen Stacy. You can meet a fucking 2099. You can meet, Nick Cage's Spider-Man Noir. And then they could go into Doomsday. Now, the Kang Dynasty plot supposedly got leaked, and it was going to be the TVA collecting anchor beings to go fight the Kang Dynasty, and that was going to be Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, Tobey, Andrew, Tom, and Nick Cage's Ghost Rider. I like it. Like, in reality, it's kind of stupid, but I like that idea a lot. I think it needs to be expanded on so it makes a little more sense. And then, Doomsday was going to be, or not Doomsday, Secret Wars was going to be all the Avengers and anchor beings on Battle World fighting the Kang Dynasty stuff, and that's why it seemed like, or it was reports that Tom Holland's Spider-Man was going to be the lead of Kang Dynasty, and then Tobey, Hugh, and Tobey, Hugh, and somebody else are going to be the leads of Secret Wars. I still think that that should be the case. I think it's probably going to be the case. Like, I don't think you can do Doomsday with Robert Downey Jr. and not have Tom Holland's Spider-Man be like an important factor of that. And like, if you're going to do that, like, having the movie that kind of sets, like, the Spider-Man movie that kind of sets them all up as like the main protagonist, like going back into the multiverse, like, that makes sense to some capacity. However, it's still completely unnecessary. Like, you could just do the grounded film, and in the after credits, Tobey and Andrew could show up to get him. Done. No matter what, like, Tom's Spider-Man needs to start doing Spider-Man things, and I think we were all very excited because he was in a place to be able to do that for the next couple of years. But now we're talking about, like, we're even bringing Zendaya back, and I guess they're gonna get together again. That's lame. Like, we should be introducing, like, a Harry Osborn. We should be introducing a Hobgoblin. We should be introducing a Black Cat. He should be going after Kingpin or Tombstone or Hammerhead. He should be interacting with the Punisher. But we're fucking it up. We're gonna fuck this all up. Oh yeah, Sony also won't let Marvel use any of the villains or characters that they already use in their movies, which automatically cuts everything that you can do in half. Probably in like 75 by at least 3/4. I don't understand how you could fuck this up that bad. It's just it's shocking to me. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like this post, subscribe. It would mean a lot. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, love, adios, bye-bye.